Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're going to be changing the valve cover gaskets on this 2001 Toyota Camry. It's the V6 model. I did a video on how to get to the back side as well. That's in the video description. It's a lot harder. This one you can see was leaking pretty good. If you look where the valve cover gasket joins to the heads, you can see that it's leaking quite a bit. So we're just going to go ahead and remove this and put a new seal on. It's quite easy. So we're going to start with a 10mm socket, and we're going to go ahead and remove the negative battery terminal. So just loosen it up and then pull it right off the post and set it out of the way where it won't contact again. Then we're taking our 10mm socket again, and we're going to come through and just remove all of these bolts that hold down the coil packs. So just remove each of those. There's also a 10mm bolt right here that's just holding this little harness down. Just remove that. Next, we're going to take our coil packs. We're just going to pull them straight up. We don't even need to unplug them or anything. Just pull them straight up so they detach from the spark plug. And then what we're going to do is basically pull them out and just flip them all the way over and just flip them out of our way. There are also two bolts here. It looks like they were already removed from someone previously working on this. So just remove those as well, but then just flip these up and they'll be right out of our way. Next, take a pair of pliers, pinch the clip right here for this hose clamp, and move it out of the way. And then you're able just to pull this hose off. Okay, we're using our 10mm socket again now, and we're just coming through, and we're going to take off all of the valve cover bolts. So just go all the way around, and every time you find a valve cover bolt, remove it. Okay, with that removed, we're able just to remove this valve cover right out of the way. And so now we're going to go ahead and remove the old gasket here, peel it off. There's some RTV and some little silicone that the factory has used to hold it down a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take a credit card, and we need to clean all of this off. So just go through and start scraping it, and make sure you're using a plastic credit card so it doesn't gouge the aluminum. And we're just going to clean this up the best that we can. I even went through and took some sandpaper, some very, very high, like 2000 grit sandpaper, and just went around the whole thing, and that helped get all of the burned oil and the old gasket maker off. So this is what it needs to look like. You want to make sure everything looks nice and clean. Well, now we're going to take our gaskets and compare them, make sure they look identical to the ones that we're taking out. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. We put our new gasket in, and it fits. So now just make sure that the new gasket is pressed in firmly all the way around. You might want to start in that little trough area and then work your way around. Just make sure it's in there good and snug. We're going to go ahead and put the valve cover back on now. And so just set it down. And what you'll notice is you have these little gaskets here. Sometimes they get hung up. And so what you have to do is get a screwdriver, a little flathead screwdriver, and just go all the way around like this and just help them seat and pass by where those spark plug holes go. So if it's just sitting on there, do that until it drops flat onto the cylinder head. And now we're just going to go ahead and put our bolts back in. And so there's a way that we do this. You want to do the inner ones first and then move to the outer ones. And then start over again and do the inner ones first and then go to the outer ones, and that will help spread the gasket evenly. And you want to go through a few times because as you tighten one, it will go loose again. So just repeat that a few times. Next, we're just taking our coil packs and we're just putting them back over and down into the spark plugs. And with those down in here, now we're just going to put our 3 bolts back in to hold these coil packs down, and our other one right here to hold that harness in place. So just tighten those all down, 10mm socket. And that's what those will look like. Everything's back into place, and this was missing these 2 bolts, so if you have them, put them back in. And now we need to take our hose here, and we're just going to slide it right back on. Okay, take our pliers and pinch that hose clamp and put it back where it was. Make sure that's nice and snug. And we're going to go ahead and take our negative battery terminal and put it back on. And again, this is just a 10mm socket as well. We're going to go ahead and tighten that down. So anyway, that's how easy this is to do. Thanks for watching. I'll put the video link in the video description for the back side, which is a lot harder since you have to remove the intake manifold and get in there. So just check the video description for that. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks, guys.